Alright, so just finished this day again with Lee Waters at his off-road riding school. I booked in again. Well, it was a long time I haven't seen him, and it's good for me because it's been months I haven't ridden a bike at all. The last time I rode it was on the Swidlam Baja Championship, the last round. That was months ago, and obviously I've built this bike from ground up. Everything has been changed, and yeah, I came here just to see if the bike was good enough. It was worth to ruin a beautiful looking bike into this kind of stuff, but God, what a machine. I let it test, obviously Lee had to go and he absolutely loved it. It was like, it's absolutely perfect. I wouldn't change a thing on this thing, and it feels much lighter than the weight we lost. We lost about 25-30 kilograms, something like this. She's about 165-168 kilograms roughly, because my scales are not very accurate, so I guess around there. But it really, honestly, it feels much lighter. I mean, I've done on this thing today stuff that I wouldn't dream of doing with the old setup. I'm not bragging now about it. It really is that much of a difference. It feels like a big dirt bike now. T7 has enormous potential. It's just ergonomics about it, and the fuel tank so high. I mean, the fuel tank itself is not heavy on T7s, they're actually very light, but you don't run empty fuel tank, you have fuel. I got about 50 liters of fuel in the tank, but it's under my seat. It's literally everything is here. Forget this is in cave, you know, there's nothing there, it's all here. And also a big shout to Camel ADV products. They supply the new brake pedal. Is solid as hell. It took some bitting today, as you've seen. Well, you haven't seen, I'm gonna update some videos about it. And yeah, it took some bitting, plus the feeling is absolutely awesome. I was very skeptical about it, but no, big shout to, I can't remember what his name is, but no, they've done a really good job. Next thing I'm gonna get a one finger clutch, because when you get very tired, mine is alright, but yeah, sometimes I have to use two fingers and I'm running out of fingers to hold on the bike, so that's something else I have to do. I've drove the bike, yeah, hard, really hard, and the header was steep this way, and I just dropped it down straight to the fuel tank, straight to the exhaust. I cracked the carbon fiber bracket that holds the exhaust, but yeah, this stays in one place, nothing moved, nothing cracked. Fuel stays, not pissing out, I hope, because I can't see it really with all this mud. Obviously I have to put like a piece of plastic to protect the suspension on the back from the mud and all the stuff. The typical stuff, the small touches, finishing off. Well, this is it, I'm gonna finish the bike now. Now I know it's worth going into this direction. I'm gonna finish it all, smooth touches. I really have no fucking idea what I'm gonna do with the plastic, so for now I'm just gonna leave it on, because, you know, no point scratching my head. Fucking, I'm just leave it. I got 25 liters of fuel in the back. That's plenty for any rally in Europe I'm gonna do, so I'll leave it there. I'm gonna change the sump for the carbon fiber one probably. I'm gonna rebuild the fuel tank slightly better, a little bit less weight into it, and that's it. The exhaust to the bitting. Oh, the brakes are mint. Now if you're thinking of swapping the brakes for the single disc, this is WR or YZ 450 pump Nissan, old one. This is 2005, so I was like, well, let's see if it works. And only one disc. Initially I had a 320mm disc, but then the bracket to put the caliper on didn't fit, so I put a normal disc, the original disc, just obviously only one. And I was very skeptical. It was like, this is not going to be power enough, and it's like, oh my god, this is power enough, trust me. If you don't know, just do it. Even on the road, I've launched this Saturday at 120 miles an hour 3 times and grab the brakes. Yeah, you can do, you know, stoppies on this thing, no problems. One finger only, never needed 2 fingers, no matter what. Even the steep, like we've done some enduro stuff today. Here's that steep, you cannot climb them up, and the brakes is fine, no problems. So I'm really happy with it. The bike is very light. This is the naphtha I'm using for enduro stuff and this local rally stuff. It only has one big light and 3 small ones. It's very small, nothing into it. It just has a holder for the carpet which you remove, so there's nothing to break. This is flexible because when you're going to do rallies, all this rocky stuff in Wales, you know, they shoot you, and you want this to be flexible instead of breaking. I learned that the last year, so this is why it flexes a little. Maybe too much, I don't know, we'll see. They vibrate a little under the wind, but again, we knew this is not finished. But overall, oh my god, this now is great. As I suspected, the front forks, they were a little bit too hard before, too soft before. Now with the weight loss, they are spot on. Yes, I did hit the bottom end multiple times on the jumps, but again, they're not made for that, they're made for rally stuff. But again, when you hit the bottom end, it's not like original ones, you know, you still have a hydraulic bottom end, so there's no drama in there. On the back, I did not. And I put a 75, believe it or not, 75 kilogram spring, and everyone's against it. No, you want a heavy spring, blah blah blah. No, this is the 230 millimeter shock absorber from Rally Ride, the new Tractive. You can't really see it, can you? And yes, it is a 75 kilogram spring, pretty much the original weight, original ratio, original whatever. The original weight is 75. Again, because the bike is lighter, because I want it to be plush as the front, and everything is just absolutely spot on, you know. The gearing for enduro, I will put maybe 1 tooth less on the front sprocket. Today I had the long gears, but again, the bike now is so much more alive. You can hear the intake from the air filters, because I got 2 KN filters, 1 filter each cylinder, as before. One of these filters does both cylinders, and the noise you can hear from the top here is just beautiful. And then back on your head you got the exhaust, the Akrapovic with the titanium Akrapovic. It sounds so good. And I got another issue, which is I can't remember what they make them, the rapid bike, whatever, for fueling. The bike just came alive, you know, it's something else. Even Fergie just shoots forward. It feels like gained at least 25% of power. Probably didn't, but it feels like it. Honestly, it's so alive, and it's just ready to pick up. And it's just very reactive, full of torque all the time. Even before it was too much, but it was a bit flat in comparison to now. Now it's just awesome. So the answer, did I ruin the bike? Of course, it doesn't look as good as the original T7, but it is what it is. Now I like it. Now I know what she's capable of. I really like it. You know, even the last bits, the ugly bits. You know, even my shitty welds on the fuel tank, I like them now because yeah, they deserve to be liked. You know, it's just so capable. Huge change. It's almost a different bike. It's almost a different motorcycle, because it's not just the weight loss, it's the weight distribution. You know, so we lost a lot of weight. The weight we retained is lowered down. It's not here anymore. It's under my ass. It's much more to the center of the bike. It's just, I don't know. Everything is just good. The brakes are good. The engine is good. The clutch is mint. Honestly, there's no, well, like Lee said, that guy, if you don't know who Lee Waters is, you should really do research. I'm not gonna explain, he's gonna be here for hours, but he rides big bikes, small bikes, he still does Romaniacs and all that stuff, and he said it will not change a thing. I said, let's just have a go. He's like, nah, just have a go. He took it out of the mountains, he came back with a massive smile. He's like, mate, I would not change a single thing on this bike, it's absolutely perfect. They say this bike could do some serious damage. So now it's me. I have to improve the rider. So I'm gonna be here much often. I'm gonna train in this forest. It's pretty much enduro tracks. You can do difficult, easy loops, climb, start. We pushed the bike on the limit today, and she wasn't able to go out because it was even easy. Like, you had everything spot on, you know, open and everything. The line was great. It was just way too steep, wet, rocky, muddy, very steep. It just the tire just didn't have enough grip. It just wasn't going up. It's not like I have a shitty tire. It's not for that terrain exactly, but it's not bad either. You know, it does have 2 races on, so it's not new, but still it's not a shit tire, and that was the end of it. But yeah, the bike is absolutely awesome. I don't know how much you can hear because rewashing the bike and all the stuff. I'm hoping the sun is not too bright to fuck up the image from the phone, excuse me, but yeah, is the Boano front end 48mm Kayaba forks. I think this is one of the best improvements you can do to the T7. Single disc brake, yes, go for it. No ABS. Unlike the ABS, the standard ABS at the beginning, and then he let me down 2-3 times in a nasty situation. It's like no, you know, nice small pump, saves you weight, saves you space, is nice and neater. I have many people ask what bars I'm using. I'm using standard Husqvarna low bend because obviously they have a big rises, and I thought it's still gonna be too high because of the seat. It's slightly lower. And bear in mind, the seat now is pretty much as low as the standard T7 seat. It's not it's just lower from my rally seat, but that's it. This is the standard height. So I thought this is gonna be too high, but no, it's spot on. This dodgy fucker, this that's pretty much fuck all. Already pissing oil over it, so I need a probably genuine Scott one. But yeah, apart of that, everything is just great. So now we're gonna clean it. We're gonna wash it because I can't load it in the van like this. But yeah, no, I'm over the moon. I shouldn't even make the video right now because I'm too excited. I'm just too much emotional. Not a fucking emotion, but you know, I'm very, very happy over the moon. I should calm down and then make a video, but no, I couldn't resist. I needed to give you, you know, the updates. It's fuck me. I was very skeptical. I was like, and I'm doing the right thing, and I'm ruining a perfectly good bike. Already improved it. Now, fuck me, this thing is something else. I love it. What a bike now. Alright, see you soon.